What's up, guys? So today is going to be a video about some of my confetti cannoned cars. Now, this is going to be very, I guess, controversial in a way, because I deem some cars confetti cannon that probably shouldn't have been. But I don't know. There's no Xfinity cars and there's no trucks. So it's all cup cars. But I'll start with the one that's probably the least confetti cannoned out of all the confetti cannon cars. Now, I don't know if this counts, but they have a lot of confetti on the hood. Well, a decent amount. We got a decent amount on the front, decent amount on the roof, and a lot on the back here. So I don't know if this one can be considered confetti cannoned, but I think it is. And another one that could be considered confetti cannon in a way, we have Blaney's All-Star Texas win. You can see decent on the hood, decent on the windshield, decent here, and not a lot on the back. But it's still a decent car. But a lot of these just have a lot of confetti. So I feel like I'll get into this one first. This is Blaney's Daytona win from 2021. You can see Blaney actually did that. He cleaned it off, but you can see there's a lot of confetti except in that one spot. There's a lot of confetti on the windshield, decent on the roof, and decent on the back. Enough so that the DIN number is actually down here. But still, it's cannoned, but not extremely cannoned. The next one I'll do is probably in there. It's Kyle Busch's 2017 Bristol win. You can see heavy confetti on the hood, heavy on the windshield, heavy up top, and decent on the back. You could still see there's a DIN number in there. But this one has a lot more confetti up front. But I mean, the Blaney is probably ahead of this because he actually had to clean the sponsor off, which is more classy in my opinion. The next one is probably going to be this one. You guys haven't seen it yet, but me and Mina will do a full-on review. But it's Chris Buescher's Daytona Coke Zero 400 win. You can see somewhat heavy on the roof, heavy on the windshield, heavy-ish on the roof, heavy on the rear window, and then somewhat. But you can see there's confetti all over the tires. On the side of this car, this one is pretty cannoned, but not as cannoned as this next one. So here we have Blaney's championship car. You can see these two slits are the only reason this isn't heavy, but this is heavy, and that's pretty heavy. For the Phoenix win, you can even see the side window is pretty covered, but still probably not the most confettied one that I'm going to show you. And this one is probably second, but again, we have decent confetti on the hood, confetti all over the front here. You can barely tell that there's a Monster Energy logo. Heavy confetti on the roof, heavy confetti there, and you can't read this deck lid. So I mean, this Texas car for Harvick is pretty confettied. There's confetti all over this thing. And once again, the din is on the bottom here. But the one that I think is probably the most confettied out of the ones that I have on my table is this one. Ryan Blaney's Martinsville win. Somewhat heavy on the hood here, but heavy on the windshield. You can kind of see the yellow, but it's kind of hard. Heavy on the roof. You can barely see it's the 12. Heavy on the back here. You could barely see the 75th anniversary. And if there was something here, you wouldn't be able to read it. There's also a lot of confetti on the side skirts of the car, and even in the gas tank. So I think this is probably one of the most confettied wins.